Hi friends, I'm here with a yoga offering. As always, please go at your own pace, rest whenever you need to, and feel free to skip things or change things if they're not working for you today. Let's begin on our backs. You can come into a Shavasana type position. Go ahead and spread out. And either close your eyes or take a soft gaze up towards the ceiling. Allow the weight of your body to settle back into the floor. Slow down your breath. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open them as it's useful for you. Let's begin by sliding arms overhead and stretching out long through your arms and legs, reaching through your fingers and toes. And then interlace your fingers, press out through your palms, flex your feet, reaching through the heels of your hands, the heels of your feet. And then release and bring your right knee to your chest. Give that knee a good squeeze in. And then straighten your right leg up towards the ceiling, holding somewhere behind your leg. Flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times both directions. And then bend your knee back in, open your knee out to the right and straighten part way or all the way out to the side, grounding down through the back of the left leg. And then release, bend your knee and bring it across for a spinal twist. Open out through the right arm, let your knee and shoulder reach away from one another. And then staying in your twist, try straightening your right leg on a low diagonal, right arm on a high diagonal, letting your fingers and toes reach away from one another. And then roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in. Take a little circle or rock with your knees. And then grab hold of just the left knee. Drop the right leg long. Squeeze this knee in close. And then straighten this leg up towards the ceiling. Flex and point. Circle your ankle a couple times one way, a couple times the other way. Bend your knee in, open your knee out to the left, and then straighten part way or all the way out to the side, grounding down through the back of your right leg. And then release, bend your knee, bring it across, spinal twist, first with a bent knee. And then try straightening your left leg on a low diagonal, left arm on a high diagonal, fingers and toes reach away from one another. And then roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in. Take a little circle or rock. Drop your feet to the floor. Look Get set up for a little bit of core work. Start by drawing the belly in, pressing the lower back down from the inside. And then interlace your fingers behind your head. Exhale, lift head and chest up. Inhale, release down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Up. And down. Up. And down. Up. And down. Let's take 2 more. Last one. Release down and then send your right leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, head up towards your leg. Inhale, head down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Let's take 1 more. And then release and switch. Left leg high. Exhale, head up. Inhale, head down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. 1 more. And then switch again. Right leg high. This time, take your left arm across. Each time you exhale, reach a little further across. Keep the belly drawing in strongly. Keep the face relaxed. Keep the breath deep. 1 more on this side. And then switch. Last set. Left leg high. Right arm across. One more. And then release. Stretch long through your arms and legs. Bring your knees back in. Little circle or rock. And then roll your way up to sitting or make your way up to sitting. And let's come all the way into a high push-up position, setting your hands right under your shoulders, finding a straight long line through the whole body. Shift your weight forward to lower down, low push-up. And then come into your back bend. This could be as low or high as you like, cobra or up dog. And then back to down dog when you're ready, hips high. Take your time. Getting into this first down dog of class, you might want to pedal out your feet a little bit, bending one knee as you press the opposite heel towards the floor, waking up the backs of the legs. Then drop the knees and sink back to child's pose. Releasing hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. Letting the weight of your body release. And just a reminder that you can rest anytime, whether you rest in this shape or a different one. With the arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left and then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. Back to center. Let's lift up through table. Come back through down dog. And then walk your hands and feet towards one another, and let's hang in ragdoll. Feet hip width apart.
parallel. You can bend your knees a little or a lot. Take any arm position, any movement. Let's bend the knees a little more and slowly roll up, coming all the way up to standing. Come up to the front of the mat into mountain pose, Tadasana. Bring hands together at the heart. We'll take a full A-series sun salutation. Next, inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. This time from down dog, let's take the right leg up, bend your knee in, and start circling this bent right knee, making the biggest circle possible for your hip joint. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, send it a little higher, and then a big step forward, high lunge. Feel free to adjust your footing when you're ready, arms up. Sink hips low. Let's grab the left wrist, take it across for a little side bend. Come over to the other side, grab your right wrist, take it across. Back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back. Lift the chest. Hips low, heart high. Arms up. Tip forward, standing splits. Hands to the floor or to a couple of blocks. We'll do this with hips square. And with the upper body letting go, like ragdoll, let your head hang, let your neck release. Take a big step back. Warrior one, drop the back heel, inhale, arms up. Settle in, deep bend in the front leg, straight long back leg. Last breath here. Release. Make your way to down dog, whether that's through a vinyasa, high to low push-up, up dog or cobra to down dog, or any other movement. You might skip things or add your own, or pause. Taking the time you need. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in and start circling. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, send it a little higher, and then a big step forward. High lunge, arms up. Sink low. Let's grab the right wrist, take it over for a little side bend. Come over to the other side, grab the left wrist, take it across. Back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back, other thumb on top this time, the way you don't normally cross. Lift the chest. Release, arms up. Tip forward, standing splits. Square off the hips. Let your head hang. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one. One more breath. Release. Make your way back to down dog through any movement transition. And then settle into a good rest. Whether that's down dog, child's pose, sitting, or something else. If it's useful, you might close your eyes. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's bend the knees and come into chair. Utkatasana. Hips sink low, head reaches high, shoulders low. And then we'll take a twist here. Left elbow across to the outside of the right knee. Get it as far over as you can. You can work the palms towards the center of the chest. Try and keep the knees in line with one another, lengthening your spine as you rotate. Release, back to center, hips low, arms high. Same thing other side, right elbow across. Working into your full expression of the pose, but honoring your limits, where you are. Last breath here. Back to center, hips low, arms high. Interlace fingers behind your back. Lift the chest. And then fold, wrapping arms overhead. You're welcome to separate your feet, hip width apart or wider. If this is too tight for your shoulders, you could also separate your hands. Let's release arms all the way down. Take a little step back from the front of the mat. We'll try crow pose. If you don't want to try crow today, you can stay in your forward fold or come to a squat. If you're trying it, set your hands shoulder width apart, knees to the upper arms. Begin to shift your weight more in the hands, less in the feet. If your feet become weightless, you might lift them up. Hands. Wherever you are, can you relax your face? Can your breath be steady? Let's release. Feet back to the floor. Give the wrists a little rub or circle. Or if you're able, take stand hand, one hand at a time, sliding under the feet so the toes are up to the wrists. Let's release and make our way back to down dog. You're welcome to take a vinyasa or just step back. If you want to take crow again, you could also take crow and maybe work on stepping or hopping out of crow. Taking the time you need to do it. Eventually finding your way to down dog. From down dog, right leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Let's take a twist here. Left elbow across. Work the palms towards the center of the chest. Straight, either on the outside or inside of the front leg. Take a little rock, front to back, and then windmill up and around into warrior two. Might adjust your footing, take your time settling in. Flip the right palm to face the ceiling, reverse warrior two. Straighten the front leg for triangle. One more breath here. Let's release. Make your way to down dog through any movement transition. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Come into a twist. Right elbow across. Prayer twist. Extending arms straight on the outside or inside of the front leg. Take a little rock, front to back. And then windmill up and around into warrior two. Flip the left palm, reverse warrior. Straighten the front leg, triangle. Creating space and length. Last breath here. Make your way to a good rest, taking any movement transition, and then any neutral shape. Letting go of what we've just done, letting go of what we might do, just feeling what's right here, right now. Come back through down dog and into a pigeon pose, right side. Slide the right knee forward. Scoot back through the left leg. Help the hips get as low as they'll go. And you might come down onto your elbows. You might support yourself in some other way. Feel free to add something under your hip or lean your forehead onto something. Keep stripping away what's not needed here. Let's bring the upper body back up. To release, lean onto your right hip. You might need to move something out of the way. If you have something under your hip, move it. Slide the left knee forward, setting up for half hero on the left side. So you might move your calf out of your way. Try and have your left toes point straight back, your left knee pointing straight ahead. Feel free to sit up on something. A little lift under the hips could make this less intense if it's too intense, or pad under your ankle if you need some support there. Tuck the tail, and then either stay on the hands or experiment with coming lower. You could come to just the right elbow or both elbows. Some people might want to come all the way back. Keep directing the stretch from the hip to the knee, tucking the tail more, yawning open through the front of the hip. Try and keep the lower back nice and long. If the lower back starts to overarch, draw the belly in more, tuck the tail a little more. Let's lean to the right, release that. Give a little rub to the knee or ankle, work out any tightness there. And then make your way to down dog to switch sides. You might take a vinyasa, you might just step back, feel whatever you are doing. And then when you're ready, pigeon on the left side. Bring the left knee forward, scoot back through the right leg. Set up support if support is useful, something under the hip or chest or forehead. Let's bring the upper body back up. Move anything out from under the hip. Lean to the left, slide the right knee forward, half hero, right side. Make whatever adjustments you need to make. Feel free to sit up on something or pad the ankle. Tuck the tail and then lean back, however much works for you. And at any moment you might go lower or you might back up again. Staying at your edge as that changes. It will change. To release, lean to the left, straighten that right leg out. Give a little rub to the knee or ankle. And then straighten both legs out. Let's take a seated forward fold. You can take the flesh of the sit bones back, inch the heels forward, lengthen and fold. If you're able to grab your feet, you can grab them. If you can't reach, you could put a strap or something like that around your feet or go back to having hands on the floor for support. Using your hands for support, lengthen and fold whatever amount you're able until you meet your edge. At your edge, can you relax your jaw, your neck, your shoulders, the muscle around your eyes? Inhale to look up. Exhale, release. Come back onto your back. Bring both knees in.
little circle or rock, and then we'll set up for some back bends, starting with bridge. Drop your feet to the floor. Press your feet down to lift your hips up. Once your hips are high enough, interlace your fingers behind your back, shrug your shoulders underneath you, spreading the upper back and lower back away from one another. Last breath here. Take your arms out of your way. Roll down and rest. If you want to come up again, come up again. Could be what we just did, half wheel, bridge, or anything else. Half wheel, full wheel, supported bridge, supported fish, any back bend you know or want to try. Feel what you are choosing to do, whatever that is. Each time the pose feels complete, come down and rest. And rest until you feel like coming up again. If you feel like coming up again, keep going until you're done with your back bends. If you are done, take a counter stretch, happy baby or something else to release your back. We are moving towards the end of class, so this is a good time to take care of your needs, whatever you're wanting to get in. If there's a part of your body that needs some attention. So sticking with your back bends until you're done, taking some counter stretch, it can be anything. And then just checking in, what else is needed? What do you feel like doing to complete this practice? Do you want to take an inversion? Do you want to finish with a restorative pose, a twist? Self-massage. Taking the time you need for everything you're doing. And when nothing else is needed, you can come into your final resting pose, Shavasana. Taking your time getting comfortable. Eventually settling into stillness and letting go completely. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, gently waking your body up again. And let this movement increase gradually through your wrists and ankles. Eventually stretching out long through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. And roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. Use your hands to help you up to sitting. And bring hands together at the heart. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you have a good rest of your day.